So the episode we're doing today is another episode that was submitted by a listener. And this one I've been sitting on for a little while.
Okay.
To save for just the right time where I didn't have time to write an episode myself because I've been apartment hunting lately.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
It has not been fun, I can tell you that much. But
it never is.
I'm thinking that tomorrow I should be getting confirmation on whether or not I get the apartment that I'm hoping to get.
Nice.
Which is a nice little...
nice expensive Austin place where prices are rising, like happy boners.
Slowly,
like a boner.
Slowly but yeah. Prices rising slowly but surely like a good erection.
Yeah. Like
it's pretty much turning into California 2.0, at least in Austin itself.
Yeah.
Which...
sucks for us because we're still poor.
Yeah, and also, I don't know about you, but one of the driving forces behind wanting to leave California was that place just becoming unfucking livable.
Yeah.
And now we're getting back into the same situation again. At the very least, the one that I'm looking at now, the one I'm hoping to get tomorrow. Actually, I should know by the time this episode is live whether or not I got the apartment. So I will either be Drinking Bros History Channel on YouTube. I will either be crying in the live chat, or I will be boasting in the live chat about my new 2-bedroom apartment that has a fireplace.
Pray for Coop. He really wants that fireplace.
No, I don't give a shit about the fireplace. I'm not even going to be able to use it for another 8 months.
Okay.
Then it'll get cold again. Most likely,
is it gas powered?
No, it's an actual wood fireplace, which I was surprised about. From what I can tell,
like a case of wood around here is $20.
Oh yeah.
So have fun with that.
From what I can tell, the fireplace currently acts as a highway for the cockroaches to get in.
Oh, nice.
Because when I went and checked it out for the very first time, it was just one of those places where you go up and you punch the code in on the little lockbox, and it gives you the key and use that to open the door. Yeah, first thing that I saw when I walked in was a dead cockroach laying right in the middle of the master bedroom.
Wonderful.
Well, I guess that was the second thing that I saw. The first thing that I saw was the fireplace, and then I saw the dead cockroach.
That seems to be a thing in this fucking town, I guess. There's cockroaches everywhere.
Any place, like any ground floor, anything in Austin seems like it's going to have cockroaches. You got to get up at least one level to rise above the level of the cockroaches.
Last roast place didn't have any cockroaches. Well, I guess we didn't ask him. I didn't see any. But
yeah, I didn't see any.
But it's a house. I think it's apartments more that accumulate.
Well, yeah, because the issue with that is it's not how clean your apartment is. It's how clean the apartments on either side of you are. So you can keep yours as clean as you want. If the people on either side of you, if one of them is a slob, then cockroaches from their apartment are going to be getting into your apartment.
Speaking of shitty neighbors, the pissy neighbor had a fight with the old guy. What's his name? That has the dogs, the 3 dogs.
Oh shit,
Charles, I think his name is.
I think so.
Doesn't matter,
I can't remember.
All of a sudden, I heard some shit, and the blinds were open, so I was standing right there. They were arguing right outside my window, but they couldn't see me because it was daytime outside, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude was with his girl, and the guy just walked up and was like, I didn't hear the beginning. You know, I came in late, but he was like, "You suck." And the neighbor guy, who sucks, who he does actually suck.
Oh, like, yeah, he sucks balls.
In case you don't remember, I was the one that was assaulted.
Assaulted?
Yeah, that's what he said. And I just started laughing. And then the guy was like, whatever. And he was like, well, can't we just be cool? Like, I'm cool with you. It wasn't you I had a problem with. It was the guy that assaulted me. And then, like, offered to shake his hand, and the guy just waved his hand away and walked away and didn't shake his hand. I thought that was cool.
Good. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Piece of shit. I mean, you really have to be a piece of shit.
We talked about the Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah. I think we did talk about it on the...
Somebody changed their Wi-Fi, and it says the guy in building...
in apartment 6
sucks dicks or something.
Or
is a whiny bitch.
Yeah, the guy in apartment 6 is a whiny bitch. What do you have to do to get somebody to literally change their Wi-Fi name to just be a dig at you? Because anytime somebody, if he has anybody over to his apartment,
complains about everything.
Oh yeah, complains
he's a complainer.
nonstop. And I don't know what the fuck he was expecting moving into a low income apartment complex. Surprisingly, they're not
it's a slumlord place.
Yeah, they're not the most well managed apartments if you move into something that costs less than $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
You move into something that's less than $2,000 a month, it's probably not going to be the greatest place. Yeah, that guy was such a pain in the fucking ass. Just complained about anything. He's like one of those. He lives for a reason to complain. He is
everything.
He is a professional victim.
He has
throughout
one of those
his entire life.
Like dorky electric bikes too. Oh, and that was the funny part too. Is he had his bike with him. His girl had her bike with her, but he was the only one wearing the fucking dorky bike helmet. Like he was wearing it. I could just tell that he was already wearing it in the house, like walking around in the house. Okay, I'm getting ready for my fucking walk, my bike ride.
Safety first.
Yeah, just a total. What's that? Poindexter? Just a dweebus.
Oh yeah, I think if I could.
Just a dweebus. And rude. Like that's the part that sucks. Like I like nerds. Like most of my friends are nerd, like you. You know, but you're cool. Like you're nice and you're funny. And this dude's just a piece of shit. And a dweebus. Like, I mean, I don't even think you would wear a bicycle helmet inside the house. This dude does. If you wear a bicycle helmet in the house, you're a fucking Poindexter.
I used to have to wear one to school, but that was for different reasons. I didn't even ride. Well, they wouldn't let me ride a bike
until I didn't have to.
Yeah,
like, I'd rather not wear a helmet and bash my head because it's cool.
I had to wear a helmet everywhere I went up until I was 18. That was just a requirement by the state. Like.
California, protect your brain. Yeah, it's developing.
Especially if you ride the short bus to school.
Yeah, were you in special classes, or was it just me?
No, I was in exceptionally special classes. But anyway, welcome to the Iconoblast podcast. This is the show that takes a look behind the public facades of famous icons to show you why you can never take anything at face value. My name is Cooper, and across from me, as usual, is Joel Benner. Are you drawing a penis?
Up? That is a penis. You won't be able to see it in the wide, but...
I couldn't even see what it was, and I just saw the way that you were scribbling so furiously. I figured, that's got to be a penis.
Yeah, it's a dick and
it only draws
balls.
One thing with that much passion.
It looks good. There's a nice vein.
Oh, it's got to be a nice veiny penis.
Yeah. Dude, before we get into the topic...
pubic hairs.
Speaking of genitalia, I saw a lot this weekend.
Really?
What'd you do this weekend? You were shopping.
Apartment shopping all fucking weekend and doing a whole lot more driving than I'd like to do.
I was on a fucking 3-story yacht out on the high sea. Well, a shitty lake.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah. It was fucking nuts, dude. I was going there for work. I thought I was doing a podcast, like for Drinking Bros. We were supposed to do a podcast. So I was lugging 3 cameras, lenses, equipment, 4 mics, the whole shit, and like 30 cases of hard AF.
And it was a bait and switch. It turned out to be a porno shoot.
It was just, yeah.
That's how I always got involved with them.
There was penises. At one point, there was a party boat passing us, full of dudes, fucking each other, and saying, screaming, show your butthole, and pulling out their asses and showing their buttholes, and trying to get us to show ours. So
you obliged?
Well, I tried, but there's so much hair they didn't get to actually see my butthole. But yeah, it was not what I was expecting to be doing out of nowhere. Like I wasn't told it was like a party thing, like spring break style, out of control shit. There was like 30 boats suddenly attached to our boat, girls with their titties out, just showing their boobs and dancing and booty clapping and the whole deal. I got sunburned. I miss a mohawk now.
I miss elementary school.
It was actually...
It brings back memories.
If I was a normal bro, I think I would have had a good time, but I was actually miserable the whole time.
Yeah,
those... In the sun and too crowded. It's all the most... Like, I remembered why I don't like anybody. And the little bit of hope I had for Texas is gone now. The people here are just as fucking stupid as the people in California. Everyone thinks they're.
If you go anywhere, there's gonna be stupid people.
Stupid, so dumb. Anyway, it was cool though. I saw some boobs, and people were having sex for sure somewhere when they could. Yeah, it was like college days again.
Good for them. God bless them.
Yeah, but
God bless them.
Texas.
They are bringing more much-needed people into the world, raised by terrible fucking parents who had a child just by getting drunk and fucking at the last minute.
Yeah.
And that's how Americans are made.
It was nice.
That's how pretty much everybody's made.
This dude, I'm not supposed to say his name because So the anonymous man that was rich,
Jeffrey Epstein isn't dead.
Well, because he had like hookers and strippers and shit on the boat that he was going to fuck later and didn't want to tell his wife. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, looking at you,
Anonymous man.
Angel investor or whatever you were.
No.
He's an angel in my mind if he has that much
No,
fucking
actually,
going on
he was actually super cool and friendly and chill, and I made that part up. We actually didn't have any babes on our boat. It was all on the other boats. He did.
Well, besides Dan Holloway.
He did nothing. He did nothing. No, there was no. Dan was not eating his girlfriend out on this man's yacht. This man is a saint.
No, I didn't even see that video posted to Instagram as a Hard AF Seltzer commercial.
No.
It does not exist.
Didn't happen.
Does not exist. Never happened. Never will. Do you think Dan is the type of guy that would do something gross like that?
No, he would never do that.
On camera, especially?
No.
No.
That was like the third take. No, it wasn't. He didn't ask me to do it again and again.
No.
He wouldn't do that.
No, things like that don't
He's an
happen.
angel, too.
No, Dan Holloway is a good church-going Christian. Never has any premarital sex. I dare say that Dan Holloway is a virgin.
He might be. No. He's not. If he was not anymore. Not after that day.
Not after you deflowered him.
It was something like this. Right?
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Joel just drew a picture of the hypothetical situation that we were discussing that was totally not a Hard AF seltzer commercial.
Happen. Yeah.
So today we are, I think I already mentioned it once, we are doing an episode that was written by one of our listeners. So shout out to Jake the Desert Hippie, also known as Space Cowboy.
Oh, the Space Cowboy did this?
One of our favorite drinking partners that comes out to Austin every now
Once
and then.
in a while. He's the one that did the soyback shot and threw up, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a video of that, but I mean, just out of respect, it hasn't been posted. We will play it now. It's right here in the middle of the screen. Sorry, Jake. It's okay because it's probably a whale penis. But yeah, he actually wrote this episode and sent it over as a Christmas gift to us, specifically saying, "Hey, if you ever need some time off, here's a ready-made episode for you. Just do this episode." And since I've been busy apartment shopping lately, I decided, hey, I'm gonna take Jake up on that episode. So Jake is from New Mexico, which I'm sure we can say because there's tons of dirtbags out in New Mexico. You can't narrow it down to just him. Just kidding, Jake. We love you.
There's dirtbags everywhere.
Yeah, there's dirtbags everywhere. Humans are horrible. Like by and large, humans are pretty horrible unless they get themselves under control. And then even when they get themselves under control, there's a whole lot of horrid actions in their past. Unless you're Fred Rogers. Fred Rogers is the one pure soul that has ever existed, in my opinion. But we're going to be talking about somebody named Don Juan de Oñate, who is the founder of New Mexico. And I just found out from Rob Fox from Softcore History that Santa Fe is the second oldest city in America.
And that's where he's from?
He founded Santa Fe.
Okay.
So Santa Fe is the second oldest city just after St. Augustine, Florida.
What's his name? Don Juan de la Huerta?
Don Juan de Oñate.
De Oñate.
I hope you have some drinks ready.
That's the guy that owned the yacht. That's who it was.
Don Juan de Oñate.
Oñate.
I hope everybody does have some drinks ready because with the amount of accents that we're going to be doing in this episode, you're going to be doing a lot of drinking.
Oh, nice. So we're going to be racially and culturally insensitive today?
Yeah, well, I mean, we both grew up in California. We can do some pretty solid fucking Mexican accents.
Orale.
You got to put those to work, Holmes. Don Juan de Oñate was born in Zacatecas. What is it? Just because I went Juan?
Juan, yeah.
Juan?
Here we go. The drinking game begins.
Cheers, everybody.
If you're not drunk by the end of this, we did something wrong.
We're not doing our jobs. Don Juan de Oñate was born in Zacatecas, New Spain in 1550. A descendant of the noble Haro family, which Haro does not sound like a Spanish name. H-A-R-O.
It sounds
like the people that make gummy bears, but that's
sounds
Haribo.
like a samurai.
A Haro family. Drink. I was trying to keep it to just 2 drinks for this episode, and I think that's going to be an issue. Oñate was the son of a silver baron conquistador and great-grandson of a royal physician of the Spanish court. So it goes without saying that Oñate was a spoiled little shithead.
Oñate.
Oñate.
I own a yacht.
His maternal grandfather, Gonzalo de Salazar, helped lead New Spain while Hernán Cortés was on his voyage to Honduras. Oñate ended up marrying the granddaughter of the legendary conquistador, Cortés.
Oh, shit. So this is... What year is this?
He was born in 1550. I'm not sure what year it was that he got married, but our story really starts...
Are they cholos yet? Do they have the accent? Like, hey, are you fucking with me, fool?
No, I think cholos were like...
Crece?
Cholos were brought over on the very first ship from Spain.
So this guy's got the helmet, the conquistador helmet, and then he's got a flannel... Only buttoned at the top with
just
the white
top button,
shirt. Yeah.
And then he's got some Dickies on, and he's got some good old crip slips.
And a Glock.
And
he only aims
Glock.
sideways with. Is there a term for that?
Horrible gun etiquette. Highly inaccurate. There's a lot of different things that you can call holding a gun sideways.
Could you master it, though? You could, right?
Well, the thing is, like, there's some guns that, like some pistols, if you hold them sideways, they might not even...
fire?
Well, no, they'll fire, but they might not load another round properly, depending on the type of gun that you're using. So, overall, holding your gun sideways is, I think the technical term is fucking retarded.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm pretty sure it's fucking retarded. So, Oñate ended up marrying the granddaughter of the legendary conquistador Hernán Cortés. Her name was Isabel de Tolosa Cortés de Moctezuma.
What does "de" mean?
Of, I think.
Of. You learn. This is a learning show.
Isabel also happened to be the great-granddaughter of Aztec ruler Montezuma, which is where her last name comes from, Moctezuma.
Whoa.
You know,
Montezuma's
have you ever...
revenge?
So it could be said that diarrhea runs in her genes. That was a poop joke. Do not drink the water in Mexico. Do not do it. Not even the ice.
I made a couple of mistakes in my time doing that.
You've had diarrhea for the last 20 years because of
that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I got a parasite and never went to the doctor. And I've had diarrhea since I went to Mexico. And I ate the fish.
Oh, well, I mean, Mexico's got to be a pretty good place for fish because there's nowhere that's
but you're not
that
supposed
far
to eat
from
the
the
fish,
coast.
right? Because it comes from the water.
Well, that's salt water. I think that might be different.
I don't know. I ate the fish and I got the shits.
Don't
and it
eat or
never
drink.
Stopped.
If your skin shade is a little bit lighter than average, do not eat or drink anything in Mexico because you are going to get diarrhea from it.
I was fine when I went to Mexico City somehow. Like I was eating every day, mostly fruits and vegetables, but I had some meat and I was fine.
You're just perpetuating the diarrhea. Possibly. I don't know. I've only been to like the touristy parts of Mexico. I've been to Tijuana. Do we drink for that? That's like a combination of Spanish and Japanese.
Okay, this is embarrassing, but now I have to tell this story. But we'll drink for that. But
cheers.
We talked about this on the last show, I think, where I got those scrolls. They're like samurai scrolls.
Yeah.
So I set them up, and I was all proud of them. They actually, when you buy shit off the internet, you never know what you're gonna get. And I ordered I got something from There'll Be Blood. It's a photo of him saying, "I drink your milkshake," you know, and it's printed out and it looks super nice. And when it came in the mail, I was all excited, but then it's a little blurry. Like the quality isn't that great. And it's a big photo, but the quality's off. You know,
it looks like somebody printed it off a dot matrix printer back in
not quite that bad, but I was
mid-90s.
disappointed, you know. And then I got these samurai scrolls because I love the samurai.
Drink.
And so I unload the scrolls, I unravel each one, and each one has a beautiful painting on it. I hang them up, and I start listening to like samurai trap hip hop music.
What the fuck?
While I'm doing this, right? Like while I'm setting up, I got samurai. You can search on YouTube like samurai trap music, and it's dope, dude. It's like
samurai trap music.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, it's got that fucking Japanese string instrument that sounds like a samurai.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember the name
called,
of it. I know the one you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it.
So,
I dare say that it was good old Yasuke right there holding the Iconodong.
Yeah. But anyway...
that's the result of him ending up in Japan.
Yeah. So I'm listening to that, and I'm like freestyling in the samurai voice by myself while I'm setting up the scrolls.
Jesus Christ.
But it actually turned into... Because I don't know any Japanese, I realized that I was just saying words in Spanish. What? With the samurai accent while trying to like freestyle. It was fucked.
You are a modern day Fred Durst.
Yeah, it was bad.
You should be so proud
and
of
I was
yourself
like, I like
combining so many cultures and genres of music.
Yeah. At one point, I was embarrassed of myself by myself. That's how bad it was.
Welcome to my daily life.
A white dude rapping with a Japanese accent to samurai trap hip hop music, but speaking in Spanish. And that's in quotes too, because I don't know Spanish.
Well, yeah, you don't know a shit ton of Spanish either. So that was just, holy shit, that was offensive to like 3 different cultures right there.
Yeah.
Is that 3 drinks?
Yeah, we should drink for that. But yeah, maybe I'll drop one of my songs at the end of this episode so you can hear what it sounds like.
You'll be the new incarnation of Brody Lowballer.
Yeah, except his shit's pretty good actually.
I know. I'm honestly like
I listened to it on Spotify.
Consistently surprised.
Dude, he has a song on there that's got like a million listens.
Holy shit!
Yeah, the
really?
one called God I think has got.
I'm God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it has like a million downloads or listens or whatever on Spotify.
Use that to promote the last episode that we did.
Actually, I think the guy that wrote this episode, Jake, used that song.
Oh,
and
Jake
then we
did
reposted it. Yeah.
Jake, good song choice.
Yeah.
We got to drink again for that.
Burrito, taco, tequila.
Burrito.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Your burrito, shame of my ancestor.
Fuck, if we didn't have to put the show out right now, I would go through and anytime we did any accents, I would put a fucking samurai trap hip hop beat underneath it because it's fucking funny, dude. And I like it.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
I actually listen to it all the time.
Never heard of
because I love samurais. Like I would play video games and shit to it. I almost said World of Warcraft, but I'm not that dorky. I've never played that. But I would play.
Neither one of us
like
have ever
when
played World of Warcraft.
When you're just fucking grinding and farming something in a game, or there's something repetitive
in a game that is not World of
writing,
Warcraft.
Yeah, you listen to samurai trap music.
That's like 2 or 3 drinks right there.
¿Cómo estás?
Fuck.
Drink.
In 1595, Viceroy for King Philip II selected Oñate from 3 potential choices to lead an expedition to the newly quote-unquote acquired territory in North America.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, considering the time period, acquired means taken by force from the people already living there. The territory in question were the wild lands we now know as Texas and New Mexico.
Sorry, I was turning the page. I'm going to try to draw this guy.
Joel, live while we're doing the show, Joel is drawing a picture of Don Juan de Oñate. After some delays, Oñate and his crew departed on April 30th, 1598. Following the Rio Grande, the expedition headed north, determined to spread Catholicism to the Pueblo Indians, whether they wanted it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Considering the events that followed, they really didn't want to be Catholics. Along the journey, Oñate became one of the first Spaniards to interact with the Pueblo Indians. One of his captains, Gaspar Perez de Viagra. Captain Viagra.
Captain Viagra, drink.
I guess we'll drink for that one. I wish he came up again in the story because I just refer to him as Captain Viagra for the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Captain Viagra wrote a poem, and the poem was basically a big dick flex about Oñate's wanton slaughter of local Native Americans. Aside from his entourage of guards, Oñate was also joined by colonists looking to settle down in the newly quote-unquote acquired territory. Oñate made sure the expedition was just as fun for his constituents as it was for him. The settlers were encouraged to enslave and demand tribute from the Pueblo natives. In their wake, the Spaniards left a trail of destruction and slavery.
Fuck.
Happy fun times.
That's what the Spaniards did, right?
I mean, that is literally what every dominant society in history has done. I mean, you seriously cannot find a single dominant society in history that wasn't just subjugating everybody around them. We have become so like cocooned by our modern standards that anything outside of that is just considered to be horrific. Which I mean, it's just part of human nature.
It's
like 99.9% of human history is fucking horrible, and we're living in the 0.01% where it's been nice for a little while, and we kind of forget that I mean, even by...
Did you see my post where that guy was like, there's a war in Ukraine, and the guy's like, well, just so you know, there's wars happening all over the world in many different cultures all the time, so even though you feel like your heart is in the right place, he's like, but this time it's white people, and he's like, oh fuck. Yeah. And then all of a sudden everybody cares.
Yeah, I think that, well, no, I don't think. I know that the mainstream media is the primary driving force behind that, and that's something that they can sensationalize. Long story short, my opinion of the current situation is we should have nothing to do with Ukraine. We should have nothing to do with Russia. We just need to stay the fuck out of it and do our own thing and make our country self-sufficient.
Yeah.
But no, we're getting mixed up in that bullshit because of some money laundering issues.
Well, there's a very simple reason why we shouldn't be there, and from my perspective, and it's the simple saying: the best way to help others is to help yourself. Like, if I don't think our country is in a place to be helping anybody else.
No, not anymore.
If we took care of ourselves for a little bit, then we can help people more later.
Yeah.
Right now, we're stretching ourselves thin and making it shittier for ourselves, and only helping very minimally when we could wait 10 years and then all of a sudden be able to help everybody again.
Get ourselves back into the position where we are the number one world superpower and not a giant fucking joke.
Yeah, but this isn't a political
But it's not
podcast.
This is an American.
When we start our
podcast.
Patreon, we'll probably go on 2-hour rants about politics.
Icona politics.
We should have an Icona politics show on our Patreon.
Politiblast, Icona politic. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Icona. Come up with a name in the chat and we'll use it.
Yeah, what's the best name for an Iconoblast politics show?
Yeah, only on Patreon.
Oñate is considered to be the founder of New Mexico, having established the colony of Santa Fe de Nuevo Mexico in 1598. You notice how good my Spanish accent is?
It sounded good, yeah.
Santa Fe de Nuevo Mexico.
That's exactly how they say it.
Dude, that is, fucking, oh God, I am so good at this. This colony served as his base of operations as well as Oñate's first governorship from 1598 until 1610. It only took a matter of weeks after his arrival for Oñate to have his first incident with the locals. And by incident, I mean slaughter.
I literally was going to say slaughter.
Do you mean a massacre? Yes, yeah. I do mean a massacre.
Orale.
Orale, Holmes. Got to drink for that.
Have you ever been to the Cheesecake Factory? The Colonia Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, the Cheesecake Factory's out in Colonia?
I used to work there sometimes. It was pretty crazy. Drink.
I think that's at least 2 drinks.
Mm-hmm. Fine, God damn it. I'm going to stay up all night and put the song on every time.
God damn. In October of 1598, a group of Oñate's men stopped in the, I don't know if it's Acoma Pueblo or the Acoma Pueblo.
¿Cómo se dice Acoma Pueblo?
¿Qué se dice Acoma Pueblo?
Quesadilla de la Huertas.
Quesadilla.
The Book of the Dead.
Yeah, we have to drink for that too. Fuck.
Mexican Americans only get into gang fights.
Oh, you know a good soundtrack for this episode would be by a band called Manic Hispanic.
Oh, dude. What was the other one?
Those guys.
You told me two metal bands that were Mexicano
Oh
metal.
no, if you're talking about the Manic Hispanic is like a punk Hispanic
Pop thing,
punk
right?
cover band. They do covers of other punk songs from like the Misfits and
What were the metal bands? Because we only care about metal around
the metal
here.
bands were number one. There's Brujeria, which one of the guitarists is Dino Cazares from Fear Factory, and Brujeria had a really interesting kind of like PR campaign where what they claimed was this was actually before Slipknot also, like all the dudes in the band would wear like bandanas over their faces and they would say that they were trying to cover up their identities.
Oh shit.
And what they said is they were all part of a cartel down in Mexico and they played in a metal band on the side and they had to hide their identities because, you know, they had committed all these horrible
Heinous
fucking crimes,
dude.
The album cover of, I think it was their very first album.
You think they were faking that, or was that true?
No, it wasn't true because I've met Dino Cazares from Fear Factory, and he's just a big fat pedophile.
Oh fuck!
I know he's a pedophile because he tried to fuck one of my ex-girlfriends when she was like 15 years old when she went and saw Fear Factory.
Is that what she said or he said?
That's what she said, and believe all women, Joel.
Just asking. All right, drawing's finished. Check it out.
Oh shit, dude! What the fuck? Okay, so it's a dude in a conquistador metal like pot style helmet. He's got a flannel shirt with only the top button buttoned, a white shirt on underneath. He's obviously wearing some Dickies. Mm-hmm. He's got a nice little belt on, and he's got like, what is that? That almost looks like, is that supposed to be samurai facial hair?
I just gave him what I thought
he's got
a conquistador mustache.
A curly mustache and a pointy goatee. I guess that's pretty conquistador.
Yeah, like the pointy mustache. Yeah.
How are we going to overlay this on the screen? Because people need to see this.
I'm gonna be up all fucking night, but I'm gonna do it. I'll put it on the screen. In case I'm doing this in case I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure. Drinking Bros History Channel on YouTube.
Yeah,
Tune
zoom in
so
on this.
so you can see Joel's amazing painting of Don Juan de Oñate.
I'm gonna sign this, and when we have a Patreon, I will mail this to you.
I do have to say that Dino Cazares is an amazing guitarist, but he has one of
He's a pedophile?
He has one of the weakest handshakes I have ever experienced in my life. You know those shitty limp fish handshakes you get from people where they don't grab your hand
rude.
at all. They just hold their hand out.
You know what I do?
You grab theirs and they're all limp and weird. But it's compounded by the fact that he has the chubbiest, softest hands I have ever felt in my life. It was so fucking weird meeting that guy.
That's weird. Can I show you what I do when someone gives me a soft handshake? Give me a softie.
Ow. Wait, hang on. We got to get the microphone next to that. So
Did you hear that? Well, it hurts. I don't want to do it again. Okay, fine. What you do is you take their knuckles and you...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. If someone gives you a soft hand, grab their knuckles and you can bend them around themselves and make them pop on each other. And I've done it to people.
Oh, yeah.
That
hurts. I'll have to...
It's not...
I'll have to do
it's
that
not long-term damaging. You can do it to me since I did it to you.
Well, no, I don't...
No, it's okay. You have to practice. You have to do a little harder. There it is.
You gotta like line up.
You want to squeeze them together because that's what makes it hurt. Like vertically squeeze.
I thought.
There it is. Yeah, that's starting to hurt.
No,
but you got to push and make it pop.
I don't want to hurt you.
It wouldn't hurt me.
Well, I know. Well, I'm trying to make myself feel better. I couldn't possibly exert enough force to hurt you.
Well, it hurts only a little. I hurt you a tiny bit.
That was an extremely uncomfortable handshake. I'll have to do that to the next limp fish that
you'll think of it right away. Like I've done it to people, but you pretend like it's normal for you. That's the part you have to stay straight. Like, oh, nice to meet you. You do a couple pops and then.
Oh god, and you can just hear their fucking, because the majority of the people that do that give that shitty limp fish handshake are probably
they're trying
vegan.
to do fucking something
so that means
stupid.
they're probably low on a lot of nutrients. And you're gonna shatter their fucking knuckles.
Well, imagine if I didn't like you.
Ooh.
Like, imagine if I squeezed as hard as I could and popped your knuckles like that. That shit hurts.
Imagine doing that.
Someone did that to me. That's how I learned it, because someone did it to me. Like, handshake like a man, bitch. I was like, ah! And then, like my top knuckle and my bottom knuckle touched.
Ew.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you can really fuck with someone. It'll be sore for like a day, but it's not permanent damage. So it just teaches you to be strong and be a man. Should I give him titties? Well, he's got a white tee on.
I don't know if he needs titties or not. Well, no, that's however you interpret the character.
Maybe he just needs like some sweat.
Hey, you want to know the best place to see a pair of titties?
On a ghost bed.
On a ghost bed.
Yes!
The Iconoblast podcast is once again presented by ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. Ghostbed has been a loyal sponsor of the Drinkin' Bros for over 5 years now, and what we found out in our last live chat on YouTube is technically Ghostbed has been a sponsor of the Drinkin' Bros for 69 months.
Holy shit, who did that? That was Jake? No. Who figured that out?
Oh,
Fuck,
shit.
I can't remember.
I know, I can't remember who it was either. I am terribly sorry for not giving you credit for figuring this out, but the math checks out. We had our best people take a look at it, and the math checks out. Ghostbed has been a sponsor of the Drinkin' Bros for 69 months or a little over 69 months.
69.
Ghostbed makes their high-quality mattresses right here in the USA, and each mattress comes with a 20-year warranty. You can try a Ghostbed mattress for 101 nights, and if you're not completely satisfied, you can return it, no questions asked. I have never been unsatisfied on a Ghostbed.
I jerked off on the ghost bed that's in here.
Oh, you did?
We don't have to talk about it.
We just did.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to talk about it in
detail.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't finish.
Oh, that's kind of a bummer.
Well, it's just messy if you're laying down.
Well, also, when you lay down in the ghost bed, you get real fucking sleepy real fast. So you probably just fell asleep with your wiener in your hands.
Yeah.
Their mattresses and pillows have cooling technology to help keep you cool at night, which is especially helpful considering that we're going back into summer. And where we're living here in Texas, it's about to turn into the surface of the sun once again. You can buy a mattress for around $35 per month, and they have no money down, 0% financing plans. Ghostbed also offers bundles so you can get everything you need in one convenient package. Just choose from their 4 mattresses and then pick your bundle. So whether you just need a mattress and a frame, or you want it all, like their cooling pillows and sheets, you can always get the best bang for your buck.
I want it all.
Right now, Ghostbed is offering a flash sale where you can get 40% off when you buy a mattress and adjustable base, or 30% off of everything when you use the promo code DrinkinBros. So head over to ghostbed.com/DrinkinBros to take advantage of all their awesome deals. That's ghostbed.com/DrinkinBros. Ghostbed. Sleep so good, it's scary.
It's scary.
What were you going to say?
Oh, I just was thinking that 40% is almost like half off.
That is almost
like
half off.
Pretty much half off. Yeah.
Pretty much half off.
Like a woman taking half of their clothes off.
In my opinion, a little bit sexier than taking all the clothes off.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Isn't it hotter half off?
Yeah.
Little pull it to the side.
Oh, yeah.
Or naked in a t-shirt. Oh, that's my favorite.
Yes.
I just bought
You just bought a t-shirt to impress your boyfriend?
for my lady. She's coming into town. I bought I think I got this from a fucking Adam Sandler movie, but I specifically bought an MTV shirt because I want her in an MTV shirt naked underneath. And I got like a XL shirt, and that way it's baggy, and to me, I think that's the hottest fucking thing.
It is pretty fucking hot.
Right?
I have to agree with that.
And then she climbs on top of you, and then you notice there's no underwear, and you're like, oh, fuck, dude. Let's fuck this couch up.
I usually notice that there's no underwear because their penis is hanging out from underneath the shirt. The next sponsor for this episode is Shipstation.
Interesting.
I spend a lot of time in Thailand. I ship, you ship, literally everybody ships. But sometimes we get a little backed up, and that's why we use Shipstation.
Mm-hmm.
Shipstation keeps your business running smoothly so you can spend more time doing the things you enjoy. Like spending time with your girlfriend in an oversized t-shirt.
Yes.
With nothing underneath.
Yes.
I bet you anything that wherever you ordered that t-shirt from, they use Shipstation to get it to you.
Fuck yeah, they did.
Shipstation makes shipping painless and affordable. And I have had some painful ships in the past. That's why Shipstation is already trusted by over 100,000 e-commerce sellers. Shipstation lets you keep track of orders from any sales channel, easily find the best carrier, automate almost any shipping task, and get discounts normally reserved for Fortune 500 companies. Save time by funneling all of your orders into one simple interface, no matter what you're selling. With Shipstation, you can also manage orders from anywhere, even your phone. I don't know about you, but I can't ship without my phone anymore. Shipstation also lets you compare carrier options and choose the best shipping solution every time. When you're shipping, you don't want to strain too hard, so Shipstation helps make shipping the easiest part of your day. That's why 98% of companies that use Shipstation for a year keep using it for as long as they're in business. It's just that good. Ship more in less time with Shipstation.
Ship more in less time or ship more?
Ship more in less time with Shipstation.
Correct.
Use our offer code ICON to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no-hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to shipstation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in ICON, I-C-O-N. Shipstation. Make ship happen.
Do it now.
Just go ship your brains out. It'll feel so good. So in October of 1598, a group of Oñate's men stopped in Acoma Pueblo. Do we have to drink for that?
Oñate.
Yeah, we definitely have to drink for that one now. Drink. Is that going to be two, or is that included in the same one?
You take my people. You teach them to make tacos. And you know nothing of the samurai. Sorry.
We got to drink for that one, too. Drink.
Drink, motherfucker. Oh, and Ruben, too. Drink. Yeah, there.
That one was for you, Ruben. So in October of 1598, a group of Oñate's men stopped in Acoma Pueblo to acquire food and supplies. For
Pueblo
Oñate,
means house, right? Or like area of homes?
I think roughly. It might be closer to the
I went
village.
to the pueblo and I went to the liquor
We're
store.
going to have to drink for that,
and I
too.
got some cervezas and some pistos and some taquitos
Drink.
and some cocaina.
Why is it? It's not racist. Can we decide what it is? Just because it's our fucking show. Doing an accent's not racist.
No.
You could consider it racially insensitive, but it's not fucking racist. You are making fun of a racial accent, but not everyone that's Mexican has a fucking accent.
Are we actually making fun of it in the traditional sense, where we're trying to denigrate the people that we're talking about, or are we making what I consider to be an inclusive joke? That's more like, hey, this is
how certain people sound when they talk.
It's a funny stereotype that we can all enjoy because, dude, if you try to tell me that there's not people that actually talk like that, you're fucking retarded.
I mean, I have family members that talk like that.
I went to high school with like practically nothing but people that talked like that.
Yeah, it's just the way some people talk, and usually they're Mexican. Sometimes they're really, really Mexican.
If you think it's offensive, you need to take it up with the cholos, not us.
Yeah,
we didn't come up with the accent.
Yeah, go to Colonia in Oxnard and talk to them.
Come talk to me and my people's full.
Yeah. I need some monies to pay my rent.
For Oñate and his crew, what you got?
So we decided it's not racist, right?
No.
But it's sensitive, so we still have to drink for it.
I don't know. I feel like we drink for it to make it a joke, which it's fucking
racially,
should
it
be.
is. I mean, some people could be offended by it. I remember that fucking guy was offended by me doing. I was doing the Arnold accent and a Mexican accent with that dude that was in our apartment back in the day. Remember? And he called me gay for having a Conan the Barbarian poster.
Oh, dude, that guy was a fucking asshole. And
he was a Mexican dude.
You knocked his ass out for good fucking reason.
But he was offended by my Mexican accent thing when I was like, hey, fool, why you tripping, dog? You need to go to the Colonia Cheesecake Factory and get some stickers. They're only 25 cents. And he didn't like that at all because he was Mexican.
No, you know why he actually didn't like that? Because he was a whiny little bitch.
Yeah. Didn't matter what he was, yeah.
No, it didn't matter what.
He said the Arnold accent was racist too. And
Fuck him on both accounts.
liking Arnold. Yeah.
He also fucking drunkenly staggered through my door when I was trying to sleep at night, knocked the door open while it was closed, like didn't even unlatch it, just knocked it through the door jamb.
He was pretty big.
And yeah, he got what was coming to him.
He did.
So yeah, if you're offended by that stuff, it's probably because you're a little bitch. Just saying.
Could be in a pussy.
Right? Well, no, pussies are pretty strong.
Now that's another one though, right? So the accents are one saying that pussy is weak. That's saying it's a feminine term, so that's saying women are weak. How do we feel about this?
No, it's a euphemism.
A pussy is a soft little gentle thing that's so fluffy and perfect and kind, and I would like to use one as a pillow. That's why you call someone a pussy if they're being a pussy.
If someone's pussy just means you're being a pussy.
And when you call someone a dick, it means you're being an asshole. So it's all the private parts for all the thing. A dick means a penis is you're a dick because you can like slap your dick on something and that's annoying. If you're being an asshole,
that's obviously
it's a
where the saying
butthole, and that's
came
where
from.
poop comes from, and that's fucking annoying.
And that means you're shitty.
And if you're being, it means you're shitty. And if you're being a pussy, that means you're soft and gentle like a perfect vagina. So it makes sense. So quit. So knock it off, right?
And if you think pussies aren't sensitive, then explain that to all my previous ex-girlfriends about why I couldn't fist them.
Exactly.
If pussies were really strong, they could take a fucking punch.
That's my point exactly. Pussies are soft.
At least they should be.
Most of them. Some of them are fucking.
Some of them are what we could call gently used or well worn, broken in.
Yeah.
Let's call them broken in.
You could give that thing a limpy and nothing would happen.
You could give that thing a haymaker and nothing would happen.
Man, that one pussy, man, that could take a punch to the face, dude. It's crazy.
That pussy took a fist better than Mike Tyson.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Well, no, apparently pussies have roughly
lots of time to bleed.
A little bit of time each month.
We're not going into that though.
No. That's
not our place.
Yeah, that is territory I would definitely prefer to stay away from.
Ever go down that road.
So for Oñate and his crew, acquire and take by force were interchangeable. The Acoma naturally objected to having their food and supplies stolen by their new neighbors, so they killed 11 of the Spaniards in response. One of the men killed in the fight.
Gladiator was a Spaniard. This is around the same time, right?
No. Gladiator was way before that.
1,570 years later, exactly.
No, not 1,500. It was probably like 900 years later, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
That was BC. It's not?
No, Gladiator was in the AD period of the Roman Empire.
Oh, that's right.
Because at that point, the Roman Republic had already transitioned into an empire, and that's when Marcus Aurelius was in charge. Yeah, Marcus Aurelius, my favorite
Marcus
Stoic.
Aurelius, yeah, the poet, the war criminal.
By today's standards, literally every Roman general would be a war criminal for
Romans
good reason. Yeah, Romans are war criminals.
Yeah, which is
the ancient
Romans.
Which is
fucking sick, dude.
Pretty much everybody in history who has ever led an army is a fucking war criminal. Like I'm not just talking about like ancient history. I'm talking about like modern history too. There's, every single war, there's war crimes.
All of the ex-presidents in our country are war criminals. At least the ones that have been around since I was alive.
And the ones
committed war crimes.
Any sitting president who has presided over a war.
Did Donald Trump commit any war crimes? Did he bomb some shit?
Surprisingly, no. He was the least warlike president that we've had in recent history.
He just tear-gassed people to get him out of the way so he could take a picture with the Bible.
And that's not even... the thing is, that's not even crime. True.
It was like having a wrestler, like if Triple H was the president. It was as close as you could get to that. And I hope The Rock runs. I'd vote for him.
Yeah, I probably would too.
You just have
honestly.
to, just for the insanity.
And also because it doesn't even fucking matter at this point. It's not the president's running the country. It's their fucking cabinet.
God damn it! I know there's not aliens because Trump would have fucking blew that shit out of the water by now. Especially
just to get some clout and some attention for sure.
Yeah. Either they didn't tell him because they knew that. Or
they're just like,
no
okay,
aliens.
if we tell this guy, he's definitely gonna going to brag about it so he can get some tail. So we probably shouldn't tell him.
Remember in Independence Day when they go to the Area 51 laboratory and it was real? That's how I think that it is. But was it Area 51?
Yeah, it was Area 51.
It was?
Yeah.
Isn't it the word on the streets that Area 51 is a cover-up site and the real one's like Area 69 or something?
Yes, Area 69 is the real Area 51. Yeah. No, I do think that Area 51 is a distraction. It's a little bullshit. Because as soon as a government facility like that becomes well known to the point that it's like a modern day meme,
like people like take their RVs and go camp out there to
they're not going to be doing anything there. It's just going to be a distraction. It would be beneficial to them to turn it into a distraction. They're still going to be doing some useful work there, but it would be more beneficial to the government to turn that into like
what kind of work?
Probably
we should talk to Sean and do
really fucking mundane shit.
We should do an Area 51 episode on the Conman podcast that you should check out. Coop and I are guest hosts.
I'm a guest host, and your mortal enemy is.
I'm not on that show.
No, we tried to get you on there, but El Amnesio undercut you.
Yeah, I don't do that bullshit. I'm not.
He was willing to work harder for less money.
I'm not dumb enough to get killed, so.
Yes.
So I don't go on that show, but
so El Amnesio.
But you guys should do an episode on Area 51. That'd be sweet.
I'm sure that we're going to at some point.
I listened to the show and part 3 of the what was it?
Franklin scandal?
Yeah, that's my favorite episode so far. Great episode. If you haven't listened to the show,
it seems like a lot of people really
start with that one. Just go right into part 3. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to follow the story, but it's hard for us to follow the story and
yeah,
like
we all know this. You know the story already, but I think that's
rich people molesting
best
children.
Episode.
Tale is told as time. Tale is old as time.
Song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the pedophile.
So one of the men killed in the Acoma massacre. No, I'm good.
I'll pour you one just in case. Next time you have to drink.
Okay. One of the men killed in the. Well, I know better than to turn it down. It's going to be forced down my throat otherwise, just like every other thing I turn down. They're usually penises.
Sorry. I'm not used to the lid being off. Okay, go.
One of the men killed in the fight was Juan de Zaldivar, who just happened to be Oñate's nephew. Not long after the attack, Oñate declared the incident to be an insurrection and ordered the Acoma Pueblo destroyed. It's funny how things like that get labeled as an insurrection when they're not really a fucking insurrection. Anyway, another of his nephews, Vicente de Zaldivar, was tasked with leading the attack, which Zaldivar did with enthusiasm. Vicente de Zaldivar laid siege to the Acoma Pueblo, slaughtering any of the residents they could get their hands on. By the time the murder party was over, between 800 and 1,000 members of the Pueblo had been slain.
Murder party. That's close to murder boner, which is one of your favorite terms that you've stopped saying lately.
Well, a murder boner precedes a murder party. You have to have a murder boner to get into a murder party.
So they had murder
it's like
boners.
The secret password to get into a murder party.
Okay.
I wasn't going to take this, and he handed it to me. And
now you're just there isn't even. Okay, hold on. You have to do something racially insensitive, so everyone can drink.
Ay, Dios mío.
There we go. Drink.
My grandma used to say that to me all the time. Rest in peace, Grandma Nuts.
And rest in peace to the 800 to 1,000 members of the Acoma Pueblo that were murdered. The 500 survivors of the attack were put on trial, with Oñate himself presiding as the judge.
Oñate.
Sure, that's going to be a fair trial. We got to drink for that too, though.
You just want to get drunk.
I'm just following the rules.
Oñate.
In the end, all 500 survivors were convicted. Any member of the tribe over the age of 12 was sentenced to 20 years of slavery, and all men over the age of 25 had their toes cut off.
The kids got 20 years of
slavery.
Being a slave?
And then any man over the age of 25 had his toes cut off, like Kunta Kinte and Roots.
Did they actually get let out after? Do you know if they actually let them go after 20 years? Like, who would remember?
If it was anything like indentured servitude where an indentured servant, you start off indebted to a quote-unquote benefactor, I guess you could call it. You start off indebted to your owner, and you have to work for a certain amount of pay that goes to the owner, and once you work off the debt, you're no longer a servant. An indentured servant is a slave that can work off their amount of time as a slave. But the thing is, the owner can actually determine whether or not you're accruing any more debt. So it's sort of like paying the minimum balance on a credit card.
They can add more time if they want.
And if you're only paying the minimum balance, which that's all you're allowed to pay as an indentured servant, they can keep that debt going indefinitely.
So they all were slaves for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, they
probably.
were sold
Unless
into
they
servitude.
escaped.
I would say. Well, that's theft. We learned that in the last episode. A slave escaping is straight up thievery. After a couple years of terrorizing the locals, Oñate decided to take his unique brand of assholery abroad. In 1601, Oñate undertook an expedition east into the Great Plains of North America. His group consisted of 130 conquistadors, 12 Franciscan priests, 130 conscripted natives, and over 300 horses and mules.
Do they have mullets?
At this point, actually, yeah, there's a pretty solid chance that they did. The goal of this expedition was to find the legendary Quivira, also known as, it might be Quivira. They were trying to find the clitoris.
The queers?
No, they were trying to prove the clitoris
Quivira.
exists, which I still do not believe exists. So anyway, the goal of the expedition was to find the legendary Quivira, also known as El Dorado, the city of gold.
Oh, I heard about this place. Ho Chi Minh.
They're Spanish.
Shoot a load on your chin. Is that
drink?
I don't even know. That's not even an accent.
You know, I think it's weird that this expedition was looking for El Dorado, the city of gold, and they decided
is that a real place?
That must.
You ever find it?
No, nobody. I don't know if it's a real place or not, but nobody's ever been able to find it.
Have they ever found cities underground in real life?
What do you mean by cities underground? The majority of ancient ruins are found underground.
How deep?
Depends on how long ago it is.
So stuff just gets buried over time?
Over time, it gets covered up by dirt and soil. And I mean, if you go to Rome,
some places,
if you
go
go
opposite in some places where it's stuff, because that dirt's got to come from somewhere, right?
Yeah, it does, but
there's only a certain amount of dirt in the universe.
That is a fair assessment, yes.
So therefore, if one city is covered in dirt, it
must be uncovering another city
somewhere else.
So if we wait long enough, there's going to be a whole new set of ancient ruins that we're going to find while our modern day cities are being covered with dirt.
Well, what I mean is some cities, when they get, that's how you find them, right? If we're lucky and something that's covered in dirt, it makes it last longer. If something is not covered in dirt, it just disintegrates into nothing, right?
The more exposure to oxygen and sunlight, the faster it's going to degrade.
Decompose.
Yeah. Well, I think only organic things decompose.
The American flag is white on the moon.
Yeah, it probably is from all the sunlight. Are you talking about that joke where that technically makes it a French territory?
Because they surrendered?
Because the American flag is now stark white?
Yeah. I saw that.
Anyway, after a couple of years of terrorizing the locals, Oñate decided to take his unique brand of assholery abroad, so he went to the Great Plains to search for El Dorado, which if I was going to be looking for any sort of Spanish-named city, I probably wouldn't go to the Great Plains, personally.
The Great Plains. Why?
It's not exactly Spanish. Oñate didn't find any golden cities, but he did find 2 warring tribes looking for allies. The Spaniards encountered the Escanjacks, Escanjacks, Escanjacks.
Yak. I think it's pronounced yak.
Escanjacks. I'm gonna try and remember that pronunciation. The Spaniards encountered the Esquiniacs. Mm-hmm. To be honest, that might actually be the right way to pronounce it.
This might get Gigi back in the chats when she listens to this.
Gigi,
like,
help.
Fuck.
Please, Gigi, help. The word is Escanjaques. Help me. I can't pronounce this.
Yak.
Yak.
Or whatever it is.
So the Esquiniacs, a group of over 5,000 people living in a village of 600 large round houses.
Whoa.
Roughly 20 miles away were the Rayado Indians, who were currently beating the snot out of the Esquiniacs.
I think you have to flap your tongue on that. No, on the Yado part. Rayardo.
There's no R.
There's no R?
No, it's Rayado.
It starts with an R.
Well, but you don't roll the R later in the word.
No, the T.
It's a D.
Roll the D.
Rayado. No, you roll R's. You don't roll
Rayardo.
D's. Roughly 20 miles away were the Rayado Indians.
I'm a little drunk.
Who are currently beating the snot out of the Esquiniacs. The guns and swords carried by the conquistadors could help turn the tide of the conflict should Oñate pick a side.
Oñate.
Oñate agreed to accompany a group of Esquiniac guides to conduct some recon on the nearest Rayado camp.
You say it Esquiniac every time.
Well, I'm trying to. Once there, the expedition observed a group of 300 to 400 Rayado all ready to fight. I can't roll the D on that every single time.
You're not supposed to roll the D, huh?
Well, no, I don't think you are. When the Rayados advanced...
Show me your cerro.
Show me your Rayado.
Show me your brown cherry.
When the Rayados advanced, Oñate did his best impression of a Frenchman and waved the white flag of surrender. The Rayados accepted the truce and treated the Spaniards as guests. The Rayados were actually super cool to these guys. Like they were nicer to them than the Esquiniacs were. And that kind of Esquiniacs.
It actually sounds like it
Esquiniacs sounds a little bit better actually. So the Rayados were actually super cool with the Spaniards. The Esquiniacs were kind of like, dude, fucking back us up. Let's go fuck these guys up. Come on, let's go fuck these guys up. Just back us up, bro. Cool. On the other hand, the Rayados were like, oh, dude, you want to come over here and party and hang out, and we'll give you some food and some water, probably let you fuck some of our women and chill for a bit.
You can see our leather Cheerios.
The Rayados turned out to be pretty cool dudes and treated Oñate and his men very generously. They even treated the group of Esquiniacs with civility, although the two tribes were technically at odds. So Oñate was there with like a delegation of Esquiniac like scouts, pretty much.
And these are just two crazy fucking Mexican tribes?
I think the general theory, they weren't Mexican. This was in like the Great Plains area.
Which would be?
I mean, I think he made it as far as Arkansas on the expedition. So
Mexico used to
Central America.
Be more northern.
Yeah, used to, until us good Texans took it over.
Oh, you're a Texan now.
Well, yeah, we live here.
I still got...
He hurt me with his machete.
Wait, what is that? What does that mean?
Oh, sorry, I just was trying to channel my great-grandmother who was from Mexico who got stolen and raped and married as a Texan, which is what made me today.
Upgrade.
Yeah.
He hurt me with his machete.
She used to call his penis a machete, is what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
A machete. Yeah, it hurt me. He fucked me with his machete.
Oh, God.
It's my great-grandma.
So the Rayados...
God rest her soul.
The Rayados treated the Spaniards and the Esquiniacs with civility, although the two tribes were technically at odds. The tribe was led by a chief named Caratax, which Caratax sounds like a Gallic name.
That sounds cool. It sounds like a badass dude. Is he
badass?
badass?
Apparently Caratax was pretty fucking cool, although Rayado were following him, and he was also just like super chill about everything.
It's very close to Carrot Top, which isn't cool anymore.
Oh, fuck. So he was from the prop comedy tribe. The tribe was led by a chief named Karatax, who Oñate invited to be a guest on his trip.
Karatax.
Against the chief's will.
Ooh.
This is also known as a hostage. Oñate took the Rayado chief hostage.
Okay.
That's a good way to make friends. The Rayados had a shit ton of warriors, which made Oñate reconsider siding with the Esquiniacs in the conflict. Oñate estimated...
So these are Native Americans, not Mexicans?
No, these are Native American. Oh, I mean, back then, I don't think the distinction really matters all that much because America and Mexico weren't
separated.
I mean, they weren't places because Mexico at this point was called New Spain.
Okay.
And then America was just called like that place.
Americano.
It was called an Americano.
Papa Americano. How's that song go? It doesn't matter.
I have no idea what song that is.
They used to. They used to sing it all the time on RPR, but I don't remember it.
Oñate estimated it would take at least 300 Spanish soldiers to defeat the Rayados. He only had 130. Discretion being the better part of valor, Oñate decided to take his expedition back home to New Mexico, where he had already subjugated the locals. Mm. The Esquiniacs, on the other hand, didn't take kindly to Oñate and his men leaving without helping them defeat the Rayados.
Ooh.
On the trip back home, the Spaniards were attacked by 1,500 Esquiniac warriors.
Damn, they were pissed they didn't back them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're leaving. Let's fuck them up.
Thought we were cool. We're not going to do this, fool? Let's go fuck those guys up. Over the course of the 2-hour battle, an unknown number of Spaniards and natives were killed or wounded. The Rayado chief, Karatax, was freed during the melee, along with a number of women who had also been taken hostage. This makes me question the overall series of events, because I was doing a little extra research into the notes that Jake the Desert Hippie sent us. For some reason, the chief of the opposing tribe was freed by warriors from the Esquiniacs. Esquiniacs, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And there's some interpretations that say that the reason the attack happened was because of Oñate taking hostages from the Rayado tribe. I don't know if it was even the Esquiniacs that actually kicked off this fight, or if it was just the Rayados going like, hey, dude, you took our chief, you took a bunch of our women and children, we're going to come and
get
take them back.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
That part of it confused me, because these two tribes were supposed to be at war, but one of the tribes fought the Spaniards to help free Karatax and free some of the women that Oñate and his men were taking.
Oñate.
Anyway.
That was the whole thing, right? With all the Native Americans and everybody fight, humans in general back then, they're just fighting each other.
Oh,
they could never just be on the
constantly.
Same fucking side.
No, it's all tribalism. People want to be part of a tribe, and I mean, we've talked about this before. Tribalism extends to any group that you can consider yourself to be a part of.
Yeah.
And that is the basis for literally all human conflict throughout history.
Yeah. That's like, to put, like, the Ukraine war, I mean, that's off topic, kind of, but it's, like, the Ukraine and Russia having a little, like a little thing.
A little lover's quarrel.
It's the same as if, like, North Dakota fought South Dakota right now.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, oh, shit, like, the two states are fighting each other.
It is extremely close to that, because it's just Slavs killing Slavs.
No, I'm not saying it's not fucking horrible that kids are getting killed and people are killing each other.
It's absolutely fucking horrible, but it is literally, it is just people from the same group that happen to live in different borders killing each other over those borders. And, I mean, there's some minor ideological differences, but it's mainly...
And bioweaponry.
And biolabs. We talked about that on
What
Con
about the
Men.
Ghost of Kiev? Kiev.
It used to be Kiev until we all decided that it's Kiev instead.
In my mind, the Ghost of Kiev stopped the war.
The Ghost of Kiev was propaganda.
No, he did. He is real, and now they're hiding him.
Propaganda can still be a hero.
The great-grandson of Han Solo. And he did.
That was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
The Ghost of Kiev also can do the.
In
like 4 seconds.
That thing that I like with the tongue.
That too.
Oh, the Kessel Run.
The Kessel Run, yeah. He broke the record.
Parsec is a unit of measurement, not a unit of time. Anyway, any good nerd knows that.
Remember in... Never mind, continue. When they showed him do the run in Solo?
Solo, a Star Wars story. Oh, yeah, and they retconned it, so they made it so it made sense that his initial statement back in the first Star Wars movie made sense. It was like, oh, I was the one that made the Kessel Run and blah, 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 parsecs. I don't remember the exact number. Because parsecs are a unit of measurement, not a unit of distance. Or they're a unit of distance, not a unit of time. So the way that they fixed that was he just found a fucking shortcut. That's what makes him so cool. He flew close to a black hole.
That's what
technically, wasn't it Lando Calrissian that pulled that off? So he's taking the credit for that.
That sounds like what a guy like that would do.
Actually, that sounds, yeah. Okay.
Pretty tight, right?
Hell yeah. You go, Solo.
He was a piece of shit till the end. He even was a shitty dad, and then he died.
Dude.
He was a shitty dad.
Why do they have to explain where Han Solo's name comes from?
You don't have to.
In the Solo movie?
They
don't have to. Well, I mean, they shouldn't.
I don't even remember. Oh, he made up his name.
No, his name is Han, and yeah, just because he was by himself, they're like, oh, okay, Han Solo. Dumb.
That's how that stupid shit happens in real life, though.
I mean, I guess
like
that is
when you get a nickname or you like develop a name, there's always a dumb story.
There are
like Korn, the band. How they got their name is retarded. I don't remember it, but it's so stupid. Well,
there's a few different stories for how Korn got their name, but
it was
also
because there was a corn in a piece of poo at a party.
That is most likely apocryphal.
Poo does have a what's the word? Phallic? Fellatio? No.
Phallic?
Phallic shape.
Penis-like? Yeah.
Penis-like shape, yeah. So it makes sense if Han was by himself, that if he was going through security, they would just call him Solo.
Because poop is phallic.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, please continue.
After the attack, Oñate retained only a handful of boys he had taken captive for the Spanish priests, ostensibly for them to be taught the Catholic faith. Considering the tutelage of modern boys in some Catholic institutions, these boys were probably taught a little bit more than Bible verses.
What's tutelage? Learning?
Yeah, we'll just say learning.
What is it actually, though?
Considering the messages that were, or the lessons that were taught to modern boys in some Catholic institutions, they probably had to suck some dick.
Tutelage is sucking dick to learn.
Tutelage is sucking dick to learn.
Copy.
That is the official Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of it.
I feel like I got too drunk, and a lot of the people that like me are no longer going to like me after this.
I get that feeling literally every day of my life.
Okay.
I'm just going with it.
Okay.
Oñate returned to New Mexico in 1601 and spent the next few years continuing to terrorize the locals. Much like Christopher Columbus, news of Oñate's crimes and brutal management style reached home, leading to him being recalled in 1606. Back in Mexico City, Oñate was convicted for the Acoma massacre along with the mistreatment of fellow Spanish colonists, which I dare say the mistreatment of the Spanish colonists was probably the more egregious of the two crimes, in their opinion, but killing somewhere around 1,000 innocent villagers was probably a close second. As punishment, Oñate was banned from New Mexico for life and exiled from Mexico for 5 years, which banned from New Mexico for life, sorry, Jake, that seems like a blessing.
Oh.
I'm sure that you would probably back that up, too.
I like Mexico.
New Mexico.
Oh.
I prefer the original Mexico, personally.
Is that where he lives?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
With nowhere left to go, Oñate returned to Spain, where he was inexplicably appointed as the head mining inspector by King Philip. He spent the remainder of his life attending to his duties before his eventual death in 1626 at the age of 76. He never returned to Mexico. Although he died nearly 400 years ago, Oñate continues to be a polarizing figure in New Mexico. Much like the debates over the removal of Confederate statues across the country, people in New Mexico question the morality of keeping statues of this tyrant. In 2021, the Oñate High School in New Mexico was renamed Organ Mountain High School, ORGAN Mountain High School. And you know your name is tarnished when people would rather have a high school sound like it was named after a euphemism for genitals than your own name.
They changed it from that dude's name to Organ?
Organ Mountain. ORGAN. Organ Mountain.
Is there a reason why they chose that?
I didn't look that much into it, but you must have a good reason to change your high school name to Organ Mountain.
Organ Mountain.
Modern opponents
it's
of
like
Oñate.
Hamburger Hill.
Hamburger Hill was... I was going to say Hamburger Hill was better, but no, Hamburger Hill was pretty fucked.
A lot of organs on that.
Actually,
hill.
my best friend in high school, his dad was a Marine with MACV-SOG, like the Vietnam Special Forces.
Oh, shit.
And he was part of the group that took Hamburger Hill for the first time, and then the next time, they lost it after that, and then the next time they took it, they made a movie about it, and he was real bitter about that. Because the first time was even harder.
Wait, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they had to take it twice. Wait, yeah, do I know that?
I think they
Most people don't.
I think they had to take Hamburger Hill
multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times. But there was the very first time. There's actually. So I thought that my best friend in high school would always talk about like how fucking awesome his dad was back in Vietnam, and I thought that he was just bullshitting the whole time. And then one day when I was hanging out over at his house, his dad pulls out this history book that's got a bunch of pictures from Vietnam and shit. And he opens it up and he's going through the pages like, oh yeah, here's me on Hamburger Hill going to help my wounded friend. And he's like the 19-year-old version of himself that's like freaking out because one of his friends is laying on the ground bleeding and has like this gnarly bandage over his eye. And it was on Hamburger Hill. And there was like 2 or 3 other pictures in this one book that was unassociated with him. There was like 2 or 3 other pictures aside from that he was in the background of. Whoa. And the crazy thing is, like, he looked so fucking nerdy. He was wearing the BCGs, the birth control glasses, those military issued glasses that you get. Mm-hmm. And just super skinny, real small, and apparently
the clothes just fit weird on him. But he was a fucking monster.
Yeah, he was like Desmond Doss. He was just a fucking skinny, weird badass.
That's fucking cool.
And yeah, that was a household where anytime I spent the night, I thought that it was a joke at first, but it turns out it wasn't a joke. I didn't have to learn the hard way. But anytime you spent the night over there, as soon as Daddy goes to bed, you are quiet.
Oh, shit.
You do not want to make noise because if you make too much noise, Daddy's going to come flying out of bed.
You got PTSD.
Real bad. He was a real good guy, though. Like I said, he was also the history teacher at the high school that I went to. Oh. And he was fucking awesome. I loved it. He was also the guy that busted me
Is he dead now?
No, he's, as far as I know, he's still alive. He did have some lung issues because of inhaling a bunch of Agent Orange when he was in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. But as far as I know, the last time I checked, he was still alive. But he was the history teacher at my high school, and he was also the one that busted me for going to school without being registered, and that's how I got kicked out of high school.
Wait, you got kicked out of high school?
Yeah, that's the reason that I took the proficiency exam.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my junior year of high school.
He ratted you out?
Well, at that point, he had to. Because what I was doing is I
after Organ Hill or Organ Mountain, he fucking rats you out?
No, what happened, I'm sure I've talked about it on the show before, but what happened was for my junior year of high school, my parents let me go, and I was driving at that point, so my parents let me go and register myself for school. So when I drove to register myself, once I got there, I was like, wait a second, I don't have to do this because there's no adults around. I could just say that I registered for high school and do whatever the fuck I want for the next year. So that's what I did is I didn't bother registering for any classes. I just told my parents that I did. And then once school started, I would drive to school every morning. I'd go and I'd hang out in the library. Sometimes I'd I'd go and just kind of make an appearance.
Okay, I remember.
And then split and go hang out with some of my sister's older friends that were already out of high school. Smoke a little weed here and there, do a little partying here and there.
Were you banging?
No, not at that. Dude, I was a fucking nerd.
You weren't fucking any of those friends?
No.
Have you ever fucked any of your sister's friends?
No.
Ever?
No. Anyway, yeah, that's the way that I got kicked out of high school. Is my best friend's dad kept seeing me in the library at school. Because, I mean, that's the type of nerd that I was.
I remember you telling that story. I didn't know that it was because you didn't register that year. I thought you were just ditching.
No, I didn't register for school at all.
That's kind of pimp,
He kept coming into the library, and he would see me there every so often.
Did you like fake registration papers, or your parents just didn't even look at them?
No, I mean nobody cared up until my friend's dad was like, "Hey, something's not right here." I probably could have gotten away with skipping school for the rest of the year.
But what about graduation?
I was a rock star, dude. I didn't care about graduating. I was playing in a band. I was going to be making millions. I understand that,
but you would have got caught eventually.
Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking that far ahead.
But you could probably have forged the whole thing, right? Like if you...
I'm not nearly that smart. I would have had to have like gotten into the school records. And...
Well, no. You would, not that complicated, but like at graduation, you get your own gown somehow. You talk to a buddy, tell them to buy another one. And then when they don't say your name, you're like, I don't know. I don't know why they didn't say my name.
Oh, that's horrible. They must have forgot me. Oh, well, let's go home.
Yeah, but you have your own, you like print out your own shit and give it to your parents. That would
And this would be where they finally found out about it. Was
right now. Like,
on this
fucking... Show. Were they pissed?
Oh, God, yeah.
God
Holy
damn,
shit,
dude. What the fuck were you thinking? I've done some fucked up shit, but I would never do that.
I was thinking that I enjoyed not being in school
but
more
you still
than I
went
enjoyed
to
being
school
in
anyway.
school. That's where my friends were. I needed somewhere. What the fuck else am I going to do?
Doesn't make any
17 years old.
I guess it all doesn't.
Nowhere else to go.
It doesn't need to make sense. You're a kid at the time.
Oh no. Anything that I did between the ages of 0 and 35 did not make sense. And the choices that I made between 35 and coming up on 38 still don't make sense. So any of the decisions that I made between the ages of 0 and whatever the age I'm at when I die probably don't make very much sense.
That's why we're friends.
It is just a vicious cycle.
Well, I think
it's been fun.
I think it's a wonderful cycle.
No,
I think it's made us the men we are today.
Anyway, modern opponents of Oñate continue to voice their protest of his violent rule by cutting the foot off of his statues, a symbolic gesture reminding people of the punishment Oñate meted out to the residents of the Acoma Pueblo. Should you ever find yourself in New Mexico with a chisel and some free time, stop by one of Don Juan de Oñate's statues and get yourself some toes as souvenirs. Mm-hmm. It's what he definitely would not have wanted. Because fuck that guy. He was a piece of shit.
Oh, that was the end?
Yep.
I should have waited until the story after the last fucking line. Sorry.
I could have telegraphed that a little bit better. But that is the end of this episode of the Iconoblast podcast. The next episode that we have coming out...
Let's just talk about it.
...is the one that we've
Have you listened to the heavy metal?
For a while.
It's called the Heavyweight Metal Playlist. Josh just made one in some sort of shit he's doing. It's like an official metalhead playlist. It's called Heavyweight Playlist on Spotify.
No.
It's dope. That's why, why I have a mohawk today is because Josh Barnett is our next guest on the next episode.
Josh Barnett is going to be the guest on the next episode, and we're going to be talking about Vikings.
Yeah, and if you don't know who he is, I mean, anybody that watches UFC or is involved in violence in any way or cares about massacring anyone violently, you know who Josh Barnett is. He is he's a former UFC champion. He's the youngest on record, the youngest champion, heavyweight champion of all time. Like, he beat the shit out of Randy Couture when he was I think he was 8 years old when he beat Randy Couture up and got the title.
Oh, if he was that old.
Yeah. And then he held the title for a long fucking time. He's one of the best heavyweights of all time. He's a good friend of mine. Coop and I worked on a movie with him. He's the shit. He still fights now. He's become a master trainer. He's a metalhead. He's also a super intellect. He's smarter than me, for sure. We'll see if he's smarter than Coop next episode. He's badass, all around good guy. He's got his head on right, but he's also a fucking murderer, which makes it really exciting to talk to him. Right?
Yeah, well, he's also the closest approximation of an actual Viking that we could possibly find to do a Viking episode about.
Yeah,
and that's a reason this episode has been sitting off to the side, waiting for Josh Barnett for years now.
Yeah,
and
he was our pick to be the guest for this since we made a movie with him.
That's the reason that this episode has been sitting off to the side for all of this time, is because we've literally just been waiting for the stars to align properly where we can have Josh on the show to talk about Vikings, because he is a real life goddamn Viking.
He really is.
So that's what you have to look forward to next week. Until then, you can follow us on Instagram at Iconoblast Podcast. You can follow me at Coop Nukem. You can follow Joel at Joel R. Benner. Also tune in to the Drinking Bros History channel on YouTube if you want to see our pretty faces while we do the show. While you're there, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment in the comments below. We do our best to respond to any comments that we get on there.
Yeah, it's still the best thing that helps is the fucking iTunes,
Apple Podcasts,
5 stars,
5-star review.
Comments. For some reason, that's what matters the most.
Leave a rating, leave a review, get us back up there on the charts. That's another push that we're going to be making here pretty soon. Once we have Josh on the show, is we're going to be making another push to get ourselves back up the charts and try to find some good sponsorship so we can start putting out more content as soon as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
But until then, that has been it for this episode of the Iconoblast Podcast. Join us next week for Vikings. My name is Matt Cooper.
I'm Joel Benner. Cockroaches can live for 7 days without their head.
And aside from that, we're reminding you to never take anything at face value. Fuck cockroaches.